Before we get going here, a quick update on that small plane that clipped the Gateway Arch last night. The pilot is being released from the hospital later today and appears to be just fine. And a spokesperson from City Hall says the piece of the arch that's dangling from the top is in no danger of falling. We'll keep you updated on any changes. The good news this week is the Loop trolley has finally arrived, so we took our camera down there to get a shot of it. Here's Ron with the story.
Thanks, Sherry. I don't think I was the first to actually ride the new trolley in the Loop, but I think I might be the first to actually have a photo of it taking as it rolled by the pageant down there in the Loop, as you can see from this photo that I took. I think it's a lot bigger than most of us expected, which can be deceiving if you're trying to cross the street in front of it. I'm guessing this is going to be a potential problem since we're all used to traffic stopping for us in the Loop area. As you can see that guy there? Just barely made it across when I took the photo. It's also a lot noisier than I imagined, but I guess we'll all get used to that. Back to you, Sherry.
Each week, we invite business owners, event coordinators, musicians, and artists to come in and plug whatever they want. Let's see who stopped by this week.
Hello, I'm Mike Saffron. Some of you might know me from the group Pavlov's Dog. But back in 1976, I also formed a band called Children. This is my guitar player, Doug Phillips.
Hey.
Take two.
April 24th, Sunday, be there for the Big Children concert. It's at the Casa Loma Ballroom. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Days of kings and queens and twilight dreams, brave bold knights in shining armor, very young maidens dressed in clover, a time to remember.
Hi, I'm Ian from High Point Soul Review. We play 60s and 70s soul cover music. I'm playing on April 30th at Tower Grove Park at the Progressive Pavilion Party. That's a benefit for the young friends of Tower Grove Park. We hope you come out and see us. There's only a few tickets left.
While we were recording that one, the organizers called to inform us it just sold out. But we decided to run it anyway because we like supporting local musicians. Okay, here's one more.
This Friday, April 1st, I'm making a chicken dinner at my house. There will be chicken, dark meat and white meat, peas, broccoli, some garlic bread. I might even make some pasta salad if there's any interest. Only my relatives are invited though. Aunt Susie, Mom, Grandpa Gene, Little Pete, Richard. Richard, you better be there. Look for the photos on Facebook. We'll be posting them throughout the night. We'll be starting around 6. Make sure to bring your own drinks, guys. I'm not going to be left with the bill this time. This is going to be the best chicken dinner of the year. Don't miss it.
If you would like to plug your event, business, or apparently anything, email plug@onstl.com. Now, I would like to present my plug on behalf of all of us at OnStL. So here we go. You can be a superhero and help some very special kids who are battling life-threatening medical conditions. Saturday, April 16th, 8 to noon at Walk for Wishes in Forest Park.
Thank you, Make-A-Wish.
Be sure to look for Team Farmer on STL. Sign up and encourage your friends too. Together, we have the power to grant wishes of over 150 children just like Abby.
Hope to see you April 16th at Walk for Wishes.
And now here's another sweet St. Louis moment, brought to you by Clayton's Bakery and Pastries on Manchester and De Pere, where sweet moments happen every day.
This sweet St. Louis moment is also one of those why didn't I think of that moments. It's about getting a decent shower on a regular basis. Something that up until now a homeless person in St. Louis was not easily able to do. But Jake Austin is bringing his new Shower to the People to the streets of St. Louis this month. And many of us are saying, why didn't I think of that? Jake, along with many generous donors of time and money, built this amazing truck that brings a clean shower and shave to the homeless.
I started this organization because I realized that folks on the streets, they have plenty of places to get food and places to get clothes, but when it's time to get a job interview or go to anything official, it's kind of hard to process that when you haven't showered in 2 months. You can't even get a job flipping burgers if you haven't showered in 2 months. And so hygiene is something that has been so long overlooked in homeless services that we wanted to be good at one thing, and that was hygiene.
And that's this week's Sweet St. Louis moment.
Thank you, Heather Dawn. Now let's check in with Anina for what's free this week in St. Louis.
Hey, St. Louis. It's the first Friday of the month again. You know what that means? It's First Fridays in the Grand Center, with galleries and museums open late till 9. And this month, at the Sheldon, you can get free hors d'oeuvres and wine from 5 to 7. It's also First Fridays at the Science Center. This month's theme is It's All Fun and Games. And it's First Fridays at the Zoo. This is a new event where they let out one of the tigers and the first person to find it gets a prize. Friday through Sunday is the African Film Festival at Washington University. There will be films and filmmakers from 8 different African countries. Also, according to the organizers, this year there'll be free umbrellas to make up for what happened last year. It's the first day of April, which means it's spring, and what better way to start your spring cleaning than recycle everything you own? You'll have 2 opportunities this weekend. On Friday at the Chaffetz Arena, you can recycle any e-waste you have and any papers you'd like shredded. And then on Sunday at St. Louis Community College in Forest Park, you can recycle pretty much everything else you can think of. You can see my page on OnStL for a full list. According to the organizers, while it was a lot of fun last year, this year they've reached their capacity for recycled body parts and they won't be able to accept any more. There will be a large sinkhole on site though if you really need to get rid of them. On Saturday, head over to Tower Grove Park for the 5th annual Pillow Fight STL. This is just what it sounds like, a huge pillow fight day. Due to last year's incident with cats disguised as pillows, this year they're going to inspect all the pillows for fleas before the event. And lastly, also on Saturday, is Wetlands for Kids at the August A. Busch Conservation Center. There will be over 15 stations and activities, including exploring a beaver lodge, learning to fillet carp, trying air rifles and archery, and seeing tons of animals. According to the organizers, the Eggmen will not be able to make it this year, but they send their regrets. And remember, if you live in the county, this is the last week to go to the Art Museum, History Museum, Science Center, and Zoo for free. Since the county doesn't want to join the city decided to make all county members pay for our cultural activities. To see all of the great events happening this week for free in St. Louis, you can check out my page at OnStL.com. Have a fun and free week, St. Louis.
Thanks, Anina. And here's Kat Muse with Who's Playing Where this week in St. Louis.
Thanks, Sherry. Friday, get ready for your weekend with that great classic rock band of Bacon. They're sizzling hot at Otis Campbell's in Washington, Missouri. And also on Friday, it's a catalytic effing chaos. Yep, Chaos Academy is bringing the heavy rock to the Babylon in St. Peter's. And Saturday, my favorite crooner extraordinaire, Joe Mancuso, is debuting his cabaret show, That's My Life, with his posse of usual suspects, Nick Schluter, Dave Black, and William Von Ombrecht at the Gaslight Theater. You don't want to miss this show. And Saturday, KC95 presents Danny Liston and Friends at the Pageant. My dear friend Danny Liston of the infamous Mama's Pride will be performing with a stellar lineup of artists from Mama's Pride, the Brothers, Impala Deluxe, just to name a few. This is going to be a great show. And also on Saturday, happy birthday times 2. Sam Bam's 21 and Mark Crowell, he's just old. Just kidding. The celebration is at the LAC, and as an added treat, Shannon Moore is home, so you know what that means. The Berserkers are going to tear it up at Charlotte Pub where all the best musicians play. And for all of you who had tickets to Led Zeppelin at the Broadway Oyster Bar this weekend, they canceled. So sorry. Live music is better. Get out and support these local musicians, and I hope to see you Saturday at the opening of the Blues Museum on 6th and Washington. Have a great week, St. Louis.
Thanks, Kat, and I'm still waiting on that cake.
Hey, Sherry, look what I found in the fridge!
She finally made the cake! I love it! STL 250. That just took 2 years. But I love it, Kat. Thank you very much. I think it'll be a perfect groom's cake, don't you?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Today's music is Fire in the Kitchen by Jeremiah Johnson Band, and you can catch them as part of the opening day festivities on Saturday at the all-new National Blues Museum downtown. And you can support your local public safety officers as they compete in tackle football to raise money for backstoppers and responder rescue this Saturday at CBC High School versus the Chicago Blaze. Tickets are just $5 online at stlheat.org. Don't eat all that cake, you guys. Thanks. Thanks for watching. Have a great week, St. Louis. So, when are we going to tell them that half of that stuff that we just talked about was just an April Fool's joke?
Never!
Our lips are sealed.